Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. We're back and this is the match reaction for Manchester United versus Spurs. 2-2. Fucking throwing away another lead and very, very frustrating night in the end for Manchester United. We're going to get into the match reaction, guys. Player ratings, all of that good stuff. Please smash a like on the video. As you know, it helps out the channel an awful lot. Yeah, disappointing, I have to say, really disappointing in relation to Manchester United. We didn't overly dominate the first half either, which is the annoying thing about it. And I think we could probably count ourselves lucky to be 2 goals up at half time. You know, started quite well, got a good start to the game, got a good early goal. I think it was, 6 minutes we scored. And, you know, you would be saying to yourself, right, that's setting us up nicely now to go on and win this game. Spurs came back into the game a little bit, and United allow them into the game more than anything, I would have to say. Especially down our right-hand side, their left-hand side. Richarlison got in way too easily for my liking. And I think it allowed Spurs to get a foothold in the game, more so than they should have been allowed. But United go on then and get a second goal before half-time, against the run of play, you would have to say. And then you're thinking to yourself, right, okay, you know, this should be it. This should be enough. Spurs will drop their heads on the back of the performance to 6-1. But whatever Ryan Mason said to them at half-time, they came out a different team in the second half. And they put United to the sword. They really did. United didn't really have a sniff in the second half. United, I think it took us close to 10 minutes before we had any real sustained bit of possession in the second half. And you just can't have that. You just cannot have that. And it's protecting leads is something that this team has to get into their mindset. We mentioned a couple of times on the watch-along that, you know, if we had a number 9, we would have killed off games like this. The game at 2-0 should be killed off. You know, I know people say 2-0 is a dangerous lead, and there is some merit to that, of course there is, but you're 2-0 up. You should be able to see out a game. You really should. And the goals that United gave away were sloppy, they were poor. The substitutions didn't help. I'm not going to put too much blame on Erik ten Hag. 10 of the starting 11 tonight played 120 minutes, I think, or something like that, or played at least 90 minutes on Sunday, if not 120 minutes. So I can understand that as well. We haven't got a lot of depth in our squad, and these kind of results show that we don't have depth in our squad, and it's terribly frustrating. It really is. But we should have been 3-1 up. 60 seconds after they scored, Bruno Fernandes gets in one-on-one, does absolutely fantastically to get in one-on-one. He has to score. I don't care what anyone says. As much as you love or hate a player, I love Bruno Fernandes. He has to score that goal. He has to score that goal. And his goal drought continues. You know, he's got a lot of goal involvements in terms of assists and build-up play and contributing to, you know, really good team performances. But his goals have dried up. And I'm sure it's something that he'll want to fix himself, but he has to be scoring that goal. He really does. Guys, we're going to get straight into the match ratings, guys. Let me know your player ratings in the chat. We're going to do it here as they fall for us. So let's start with, obviously, David De Gea. Look, David De Gea, I don't think he done anything wrong, particularly. I don't think either of the goals were his fault. He made a couple of good saves, came out a couple of times for corners, punched him clear. I give him a 6. I don't think he done anything wrong. Victor Lindelof, I thought had a poor game today on the back of such a good one on Sunday. I thought he got sucked out a couple of times in the first half. There was one opportunity there where I think Richarlison had a 1-2 and literally left Lindelof for dead and got in, and only for poor finishing could have scored. And Luke Shaw wasn't happy with him, ate him for it. Second half then you ship 2 goals, and regardless whether it's your fault or not, you're playing centre back, you ship 2 goals. You don't get a good score. 5 for Victor Lindelof. Bruno Fernandes today, look, his energy levels are always going to be there. His work rate. I thought he was good in the first half in relation to creation. His build-up play was good. He got an assist, but he has to score. I think if he doesn't get assist, he gets a 5. But because he has an assist, I'll give him a 6. Rashford today, goal and an assist. He gets a 7 from me. I think Rashford, again, just looks like our most dangerous player. Constantly looks like our most dangerous player. And I think, where would we be this season without Rashford's goals? It's frightening to think. It really is. But I think in the second half he tried a little bit too hard, and I can understand why that happens. You know, you're chasing a game, you're the main man. But he'll get a 7 from me today. I thought he was good. Goal and an assist. Eriksen today, I'm going to give Eriksen a 6. Didn't have came off after 60 minutes. You know, Ten Hag is using him sparingly. He's probably not back to full fitness, but when he did play today, I thought he played well. I thought first half he was involved in an awful lot. Didn't give the ball away an awful lot. Silky smooth passing. He just doesn't have maybe the fitness levels at the moment to complete 90 minutes, but he'll get a 6. Casemiro, get a 6. I love Casemiro. He's not the same player since his suspension, in my eyes. I think he now he set the bar so high. He's not playing bad, but he's not playing as good as he was before he went on that suspension. So look, he'll get a 6. He didn't do anything wrong today, but again, if we're talking about performances and shipping 2 goals in the second half, you're the central defensive midfielder. You have to take some amount of the slack for it. But I don't think he had a particularly bad game. Delors, I think I'm going to give Delors a 5. A lot of our ball came down the left-hand side in the first half, but Delors was kind of nowhere to be seen. Had nothing really got, like say the Sancho goal, for example. It was him and Eriksen. Where was Delors? And obviously he's a defender, so his job is to defend, so he's back up the field, probably. Didn't see an awful lot from him today. He's in a defence that capitulated in the second half as well, so he gets a 5. Anthony today, done nothing really. I'll give him a 5. His usual going at fullbacks wasn't really there. I don't think did he really take a shot? I think maybe he had 1 shot on target. He didn't do an awful lot, so he gets a 5 today. Luke Shaw, oh man, if it wasn't for that second half, Luke Shaw would be getting a good score. I'm going to give him a 6. I thought he was better than Lindelof throughout the whole game. He was by far our best player in the first half. Absolutely fantastic. But again, I'll go back to the fact you shipped 2 goals in the second half. You can't be getting an overly high score. So he'll get a 6 from me, but I thought he was better than Lindelof. He was the best out of our back 4. Let me put it that way. Jadon Sancho, I'll give him a 6 as well. Look, he gets his goal. I thought he played okay in the first half. I thought he looked a little bit more dangerous than he normally does. He looks to take on fullbacks a little bit more. I think for that reason he'll get a 6. Wan-Bissaka 6. I think he kept Son relatively quiet, and we seen what happened after he went off. Son scored. I think Son scored after he went off. So yeah, he'll get a 6. Martial done nothing when he came on, a 5. He's not offering us anything at all. He really isn't. I'm starting to think that I'm starting to not see a scenario where Martial stays in the summer. I just don't see what he offers us. I really don't. He gets a 5. Malacia, when he came on, he's going to get a 5 as well. I think he was at massive fault for the second goal. Ball is played out by De Gea. The header comes from the defender. Malacia gets sucked to it before the defender even heads it back over him. Harry Kane is in acres of space behind him. Rather than Malacia getting sucked out, you have to stay with your man. So, yeah, 5 from him. Fred, 3. I thought he was absolutely terrible when he came on. He gave away the ball 9 times when he came on. Need I say any more? Atrocious performance. Weghorst, 6, worked hard. That's all you get out of Weghorst, really, isn't it? Hard work. Ten Hag, tactics, 6. Lineup 7. Lineup was spot on, in fairness. I have to say, Sancho gets his goal, so his lineup was spot on. Rashford through the middle looked good. Anthony on the right, of course. The 3 in midfield were spot on. The back 4 was spot on. So his lineup is a 7. His subs, 5. Malacia coming on for Wan-Bissaka. I don't think there's any need for it. I can understand the Fred for Eriksen. A lot of people saying in the chat they would have liked to seen Sabitzer instead. I can't disagree with them. But I don't see the Malacia for Wan-Bissaka. I don't see the reasoning behind it. I know you can try and keep players fresh and all of that as well, but Wan-Bissaka is fit as a fiddle. Weghorst coming on then instead of Anthony. You're basically taking goals out of your team when Weghorst comes on. And Martial then for Sancho, wasn't it? Yeah. Baldness is a 10. So yeah, look, disappointing is the key word in relation to that performance tonight, because I think it's a missed opportunity more than anything. It's a missed opportunity. If we had just held on tonight, if we had got them 2 goal, if we had kept that 2 goal lead, not capitulated, top 4 is over. It's bloody over if you just do not concede them 2 goals. We go on and we concede them, and you know, what are we now? We're 6 points ahead of Spurs. We've got 2 games in hand. We are 6 points ahead of Villa with 2 games in hand. We are 7 points ahead of Liverpool with a game in hand. So we go on and get 2 extra points tonight instead of 1. Top 4 is done. It's over, lads. It's over, you know. But no, disappointing. Really, really disappointing. But look, what can we do? Let's go through some of the comments here, see what people are saying. Twig says, we have a game in hand versus Newcastle, but it's as tight as anything. Oshin says, Eriksen needs a longer rest. Chris says, Casemiro has not been the same since the suspension. Neil says, I'm out, guys. Glad to support a great live on TikTok and YouTube. Enjoy your evening. Appreciate it, Neil. Thanks a lot, man. I think you were given a lot of gifts on TikTok as well, so it's much appreciated. Oshin says there's a lot of football in their legs this season because of lack of depth, but still overall very average from them all. Yeah, I agree, Oshin. Chris says Sancho has 1 goal and 2 other chances and then nothing. Sancho 6, that's nuts. Let's see. Luke is saying we are not good enough. That is it. Newcastle United smashed Tottenham the other night. Man United should have just gone all out. Sancho should be 5, says Chris. He couldn't even finish the game. We play like this against Villa, we lose 5-2. Oshin says we might still struggle to finish top 4 if we keep giving away leads like that. Can you give an 11 for baldness, says Oshin. I would if I could. 2 points dropped, not a point won, absolutely. And John says, we were actually lucky we didn't lose tonight. Very disappointed with the result. More disappointed that the dominance we had in the first half wasn't maintained in the second half. Couldn't agree more with all of that. Guys, I really appreciate it. Smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. If you're new to the channel, hit the follow button. Disappointing night for Manchester United. But look, we've got, 7 games left. A lot of football to play. It's just a shame we couldn't pretty much finish top 4 off tonight. Disappointing. What have we got? Tomorrow night is Friday, so I'll be taking I'm going to be taking tomorrow and Saturday off. I might do we'll be doing a news show tomorrow. Apologies. So we'll be doing a news show tomorrow. What I might maybe do is do it tomorrow evening. Maybe 7:30 for half an hour, 45 minutes. We'll do it tomorrow night maybe. If not, I'll do it in the afternoon. And then, of course, we'll be back for the watch along on Sunday against Aston Villa. Games are coming thick and fast. This is all of a sudden a huge game now against Aston Villa, given the fact that, you know, they're knocking on the door of top 4 now as well after this result tonight. So thanks to everybody who's gifted. Thanks to guys who've left super chats, who've gifted memberships as well. It's much appreciated, guys. Thanks for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Disappointing night, as we know, but look. Yeah, fucking. Anyway. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night, guys, for the Manchester United news show. But if not, I'll catch you Sunday for Aston Villa. I think we're playing at 4:30, so I'll see you about 4 o'clock on Sunday. But until then,